What's up guys, Skittlerampage here. So in the last week I've gotten tons of questions from you guys asking if CCXP exclusives will restock, like the Thousand Sunny, as well as where is your order, why hasn't it shipped yet, and a couple other things. So let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a great day. So today we're going to be talking CCXP 2022. I've gotten a lot of questions over the last week, and I'm going to do my best to answer them in this video. Before we jump into all that though, we have our question of the day, and that is, name a Funko Pop in your collection down below that actually has either purple skin or a purple attire or some kind of purple color in its whole design. My choice is Hit from Dragon Ball Super. Absolutely love this pop. So first things first, I know a lot of people want to know when is their order shipping. If you guys are wondering, my order has not shipped yet, and that only consists of 3 things, so I was relatively surprised. It wasn't a very big order, but I do have the Luffy with Thousand Sunny there, so I guess it makes for a big box. However, I did throw up a poll over on my story on Instagram for about an hour. It wasn't really a lot of time to collect a lot of votes, however, it did collect a decent amount of votes for a lot of people. So for yes, there was 200 votes at 27%, and no, 528 votes, 73%. So I will say roughly a week later, a majority of people's orders have not shipped. Now, if you compare this event to NYCC and SDCC, those pops shipped out a lot faster than this event, and I'm not complaining by any means because, let's be honest, it's only been a week. That's really not that much time for, thousands of orders that were placed over on the 30th to actually get out, of course, but it does seem like they are slowly but surely shipping as many orders as possible, it does seem, but again, it is in a small majority right now, according to my poll, but again, that's just one poll randomly that I placed with a couple hundred people on it. But if I continue to let it go, it does seem like the majority is still going to be no, that a lot of people's orders have not shipped. Now, as far as other retailers, the only one I've really seen people talking about is GameStop. I didn't really pre-order from any other retailers other than Funko, so I don't have any shipping updates personally, but let me know down below, has any of your orders from Hot Topic or GameStop or Target, for example, have those shipped out yet, or are they still in limbo? Let me know down below. One big thing you gotta take into consideration here is that it is holiday season, guys, so usually things are a lot slower because USPS and UPS, for example, they are overloaded with all the packages we're constantly trying to send out, and it just gets hectic. A lot of the packages also get damaged this time, so hopefully all your orders come in safe. But all in all, guys, we just need to have a little patience here because it's the holiday season. Funko is sometimes usually a little slower, and they have thousands upon thousands of orders to get through. So I don't mind being patient. I was just happy to get Luffy at all. Now, the major question a lot of people have been asking me is, will the Thousand Sunny restock? And this is kind of a complicated question, and here's why. Because Comic-Con exclusives don't typically restock. If you don't know this, they make a set amount of pops for that specific convention, and then once they're all sold, they're gone basically. And I do believe this is one of Funko's ways to actually keep that limited factor into collecting. However, this year, for all the Comic-Cons that did take place, we've had a lot of issues, like a lot of issues. Take NYCC, for example. Over at NYCC, I did actually attend the event, and a majority of the days, they didn't have certain stock available. They actually had to wait midday for that stock to arrive, like the Luffy on Going Merry. They didn't have enough stock during my time slot, which was the first time slot, ironically. It was the first time slot of the day. They did not have enough stock to even sell to everybody in their own respective time slot. And this was basically all due to the delays that were going on with NYCC, SDCC, and pretty much Funko as a whole. So essentially, when that stock doesn't make it to the event and people aren't able to buy it in their time slot, you end up with this overstock right after the convention ends. Thus, they re-release it on their website or they drop it back in their stores to try to get rid of that excess stock. Basically making it look like a restock, but it's not newly made stock, it's just the remaining stock they had left over. Now, another good example is the Funko exclusive Muichiro. As you guys can see, that seems to have a lot of stock out there, and sometimes it doesn't even seem like Comic-Con exclusives are safe, because like I mentioned before, usually they make a set amount. However, he seems to have a lot of stock out there because he did drop at numerous different places. As you can see, a lot of these smaller retailers got in basically like 1,000 each, I want to say, hundreds upon hundreds of Muichiro, to the point where they kept restocking on their website for $50. Then it dropped at Funko HQ, then it dropped at Funko Hollywood, dropped on the website, sold out at most of those places. However, you can still see some retailers have this stock in for $50. So it does seem like sometimes even Comic-Con exclusives have really, really high piece counts. Now, my point in those examples is that I do feel like Funko is going to have a bunch of overstock from the CCXP event because depending on who you talk to, I was talking to someone over on Instagram, one of my followers, and she was telling me that she was able to actually just walk up to the event one of the days, no lie, no nothing. Like, she was literally able to grab everything she wanted with no trouble. So that was kind of surprising to hear, given how big CCXP is. But I also saw some other people saying that they actually had a little bit of a harder time getting certain pops. So I guess it just depends on when you win, I suppose. Regardless of that, you also have to consider the fact that Funko was actually charging 3 times retail at the event. I saw some people saying that they ended up passing on Luffy and a couple other exclusives because they were just too expensive and they did not have the money to spend at the event. So we have to consider how many people actually passed on certain exclusives at the event, leaving Funko with a bunch of backstock possibly. As well as Funko did have major sticker complications there where it arrived with the shared stickers, so they started placing official stickers over there and did a very, very sloppy job, might I add. So we also have to take into account that maybe some collectors felt cheated and they didn't like the way that the sticker looked on the box, so they passed altogether, which is probably a small majority, but still it counts. Now again, as I did mention earlier in the video, usually Comic-Con exclusives don't restock, but as history has shown this year with other conventions like NYCC, SDCC, FunCon, etc., it's very possible that we could see some of that extra stock over from Brazil, if they have some, pop up on the website or pop up over at Funko Hollywood. Something else we can consider, and this is just me kind of speculating here, is that there's a bunch of stock that isn't actually tainted by that shared and overlapping official sticker situation where they fixed it. There's some stock out there that may just have the official sticker on it, and maybe they confused it, mixed it up, and it didn't properly get sent to Brazil, so they very well could sell a bunch of CCXP 2022 stickers online without us knowing. Now, just to let you guys know, I'm not trying to get your hopes up by any means because a restock could not happen. This is just me speculating and doing my best to answer the question, will these exclusive restock? Because I know a lot of people missed out on Luffy, and given it's a Funko Shop only exclusive, it's, I mean, you gotta count on a restock with that one or pay resale. Now, I saw a lot of people mentioning that Luffy was only shared with the Funko Shop, so you couldn't get it anywhere else, saying that they probably made a lot less stock. However, I don't feel like that's the case because you could argue the fact that Muichiro and all those other exclusives at FunCon were only shared with Funko. They did not have shared retailers. You could only get them at Funko HQ, Funko Hollywood, or Funko.com, for example. So, and Muichiro had a bunch of stock out there, so I don't really think that's the case anymore. So again, a restock is always possible if they have a bunch of leftover stock from CCXP. Hopefully all of that made sense to you guys. Now, keeping everything in mind that I just said, the huge question does arrive. Should you even buy a Comic-Con exclusive on eBay, for example, for like $500-600 or whatever it's going for? It's a tough situation because once Luffy and Goku and all those other exclusives for NYCC did actually restock with that con sticker, I did notice the price dip a good amount. So it's like, you know, what do you really do here? Do you wait and see if Funko restocks with a CCXP sticker, or releasing some into the market, possibly lowering the value, or do you just take the dive and buy the con sticker online? This is for con sticker collectors and people who want the official sticker. Not for everybody, obviously, but I figured it's a good question to ask. You know, what do you guys think? Should you take the dive and buy the exclusive sticker? Or should you wait and see what Funko does because they're very unpredictable? Now, speaking of buying that exclusive sticker over on eBay for resale, Funko actually did something really good, and I think they might have had to do this because they were in another country, but anyways, they placed these stickers on the bottom, and I do believe they're called in-metro stickers, essentially, to show where they came from or where they were originally sold, essentially. So that's actually very unique. So it basically shows that they actually came from the event, they came directly from Funko, and no, you know, scam is going on there. Obviously, though, you can fake any kind of sticker these days. However, I think it's a great added measure of security, especially if you're a person trying to buy that official sticker for your collection. So that's something to keep in mind as well, is that you pretty much this time around should know that you're getting the official thing. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy and hopefully it was helpful and answered all of your questions. If you guys have any other questions about the event or restocks or anything like that, drop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. To end off this video, I do want to say a big shout out to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate your love and support towards the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. Now we also do have a Facebook group with over 15,000 members that buy, sell, and trade. And make sure to be following me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page to stay up to date. Alright, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.